All right, who here trades in stonks? Who does? Who's a stunk trader? Who among you? Who is a Robinhood account or whatever? Well, some of you do. A lot of people, sometimes they ask me, Vosh, am I a hypocrite for buying stocks? No, you fucking idiot. Do you think you're contributing to the downfall? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Do you think you're like bolstering capitalism by like engaging in some light investment or for the index funds or something? Come on. No, don't be stupid. Look, there are two ways. The stock market can mean very different things to different people, okay? For some people, the stock market is just gambling. Just flat out fucking gambling. Just fucking $1,000 on this. Fuck. See it? Yeah. It's just that. And for some people, it's an investment. You know, if you invest, if you buy some stocks in like the right places, it's reasonable to assume that as the economy grows, those stocks will grow in value and blah blah. Very simple stuff. It means different things to different people. But I'll tell you this, okay? Generally speaking, the stock market means a very different thing to us individuals versus what it means to hedge funds. See, you can do a lot of really weird stuff with the stock market. Anybody who knows what happened with the 2008 financial crash probably knows that investment and the types of people who engage in it. This Quan, thank you so much for the dono. I'll get to that in a second. Can do potentially incredibly destructive things to the economy. Now, I want to tell you a story, okay? I'm going to tell you a story. What is a hedge fund? Put simply, they're a big block of money that tries to make more money by doing money stuff at the money market, okay? That's the gist of it. Big money block, you know? It's a very, very, very 101 explanation. But I'll give you a story, okay? So there's this subreddit called Wall Street Bets. And as far as I can tell, it's full of lunatics. Absolute lunatics. Every time I've gone there, they talk an incomprehensible gibberish. They all seem to be emulating that guy from The Wolf of Wall Street. They're probably all like 110 pounds soaking wet, like fedora-wearing white boys. But you know what? The memes out of there are pretty good, okay? The memes out of there are pretty good. Oh yeah, they're all soy-facing while they're tapping their Robinhood app. Oh yeah, they all stan Elon Musk. Of course they do. Look, bastion of the proletariat, this place is not, okay? It's not. But they did something magical. So, man, how do I explain this? Because I just learned this yesterday for the... Let's find a way, okay? So... Oh, I'm trying to think. Okay. So, sometimes hedge funds will do something called shorting a stock. It's a very common thing that happens. The basic gist of it is okay. We're going to try our best here, okay? The basic gist of it, okay, is that you have... No, that's not dark enough. We need a darker... There we go. It's kind of like a rotten banana, okay? Okay, you have some bananas. We're using the banana example, okay? Are you ready for it? You have some bananas. There. You have 5... Oh my god, these are fucked up. You have 5 bananas, okay? You have 5 bananas, all right? And you think the price of bananas is going to go down soon. You believe that to be the case. You think banana stocks are going to plummet. They're going to plummet. So, what you do, if you want to make some money, and if you have a lot of money to spend, is you take your bananas, okay? And you take other bananas, but instead of buying them, you borrow them. You say, hello, banana vendor. I want to borrow 10 of your bananas. Watch while I laboriously draw the bananas. I want to borrow 10 of your bananas that I will pay you back with interest for a little down the line. What they do is they take these 10 borrowed bananas and they sell them. They sell them. Now, what happens when you sell stock? Banana stock. What happens? The stock price goes down. You see, The stock price, or the price of a stock, is determined by the demand for the stock. When a business has a very low stock price, it is because those stocks are not in high demand. If a business has a very high stock price, it is because those stocks are in demand. Therefore, when you buy a bunch of bananas, like buy a lot of them, banana price goes up. Very simple supply demand, very simple stuff. And if you sell bananas, banana price goes down. So here's a strategy. Here's a plan. Okay? Are you ready? You sell the bananas. You sell the 10 bananas. Okay? You sell them at their current price, which is $1 per banana. You see? So you make $10 from selling 10 bananas at $1 per banana. That makes sense? So far, so good? Phenomenal. Remember, these are borrowed bananas that you've sold. Borrowed with interest. You sell them. You make $10. You wake up the next day. News in the stock market. The price of bananas has gone down. It is now 50 cents per banana. Monkey. Now, this is very good for you. What you've essentially done is bet against the market, the banana market. Now that bananas are 50 cents each, you know what you can do? You can buy 10 more bananas at 50 cents each. And you can sell them back to the person you owe. You pocket $5. They get their loan back. The price of bananas is half what it used to be. You make money. You make banana money. Does everyone understand the incredibly stupid example that I just used? Shorting a stock is when you believe the price is going to go down, so you borrow against it now to sell those stocks at its current price, and then you can buy it back when the price goes down and return that back to the people you borrowed from. Is this illegal? No. Shorting stocks is something that, but wait, doesn't the person you bought from lose money? Yes, but there's nothing they can do about it often because they're just looking to get rid of their own stock. They're looking to get rid of their own stock. They get interest as well. Sometimes they benefit from it. Sometimes they don't. Usually the entity that gets fucked over is the banana economy, because shorting a stock plummets the price of that stock, which can fuck over companies that you're doing it to. It's a legit and legal thing to do, and it's complicated, and I'm leaving out a lot of intricacies, but please stick with me for this, okay? We're doing some dumbass examples. How can you sell something that is borrowed? Banks do it all the time. When you deposit your money in a bank, they don't just keep it in a vault. They loan that money out so they can make interest off of it. That's like 90% of how the economy works, basically. But why did it drop in price? There are two reasons why the stock they bought could have dropped in price. One is because they sold a huge number of its shares, meaning that the price goes down just because they're selling it. And two could have been because they predicted that the share price would go down anyway. Part of it is prediction. Part of it is hedge funds manipulating the market in and of themselves. But this is normally something that only hedge funds can do. Because usually only hedge funds have the money and, well, the impetus, really, to fuck with the market like this. But the People's Hedge Fund, our Wall Street bets, had something to say about that. I want you guys to get, all right, I need all you to sit down your seats, okay? You're going to need, you're only going to need the edge right now, but I don't want you passing out from the sheer hype of what took place. Get ready for it, people, okay? A collection of hedge funds began to short sell the stock for GameStop, the in-person brick-and-mortar retail company that sells video games that nobody goes to at all for any reason anymore, because everybody downloads everything. Hedge funds started to short those stocks. Why? Because GameStop's shares were lowering in price over time. But there was a problem. Two problems, actually. The first of which is that after these big multi-billion-dollar hedge funds started shorting stock, selling millions and millions of shares, good news came out for GameStop. Namely, a portion of the stock or the shares they had out were bought by a billionaire investor who seems to have a decent understanding of online marketing, which is something that GameStop desperately needs. They shorted GameStop so hard that, you're right, they shorted 140% of the actual stocks in existence. Of the total number of shares that were available on the market to be bought and sold, they got shorted more than 100% of those shares. Because remember, you can borrow from more than one person at a time, and you can borrow a single item from more than one person at a time. You can borrow something from one person, and then somebody else can borrow that thing from you. Two people are now owed a thing, but only one of those things exists. It's possible for more people to be owed than there are things to owe them with. And that's exactly what happened. So these hedge fund managers, they doubled down. Even though the GameStop stock is climbing a little bit because of good news with regards to the company. I'll explain that again. Sure, I'll explain that again. You have an apple. Friend A borrows that apple from you and says they're going to give it back. And then friend B borrows that apple from friend A. Now there's only one apple, friend B has it, but there are two people owed an apple. Does that make sense? There you go. Wait, not a banana? A banana, sorry. There you go. GameStop's stock price started to increase because of good news with the company in spite of COVID-19. But the real meme came about when the enterprising dipshits at Wall Street Bets realized something. They realized how hard these hedge funds had gone in on shorting the GameStop stock. Now remember, if you're shorting a stock, you want the price to go down. If the price goes down, that means that after it's been sold, you can buy it back up and return it. That's how it works. When you short a stock, you are relying on the price going down quickly. Remember, you're borrowing these shares with interest, which means the longer you hold on to them, the more you're fucking yourself over. They need to sell it quickly. So, remember how when you sell a bunch of stocks, the stock price goes down? What happens if you buy a bunch? The fine folks at Wall Street Bets bought up an enormous number of the available GameStop stocks, skyrocketing the price to an unprecedented level that you can see right here. That's GameStop's stock, GME. They bought it, and they kept buying it, and the line went up. Which means a lot of the people who here's the jump, by the way. A lot of the people who bought it down here, a lot of the people down here made a lot of money very quickly as the price skyrocketed because for a brief period of time, there was more demand for GME stock than there was supply, which is insane. Look at this fucking ceiling they've risen to. It might not even be done. Now, this is what's called a stock squeeze, okay? Or short squeeze, I'm sorry. Basically, this is what happens when one group of people attempts to short a stock and another group of people says, fuck you, I will raise the price of this stock artificially so you can't buy back the stocks you need to pay the people who you owe. Now, this is unprecedented. As far as I can tell, there has never been an instance of a decentralized group of internet dorks fucking over hedge funds like this. I've never heard of anything like this happening before. Certainly not on this level. I'm sure maybe there are some edge cases where this has taken place, but this is pretty spectacular. And the fallout, hold on. has been spectacular because some of the hedge funds who invested in an attempt to short GameStop have actually gone bankrupt. What was the name of the hedge fund that went bankrupt? Citron? Was it Citron? Hold on. Melvin is still in business? Yeah. Here you go. This is the consequence. GameStop short sellers lost $1.6 billion in a single day as Reddit traders rebelled against them. And keep in mind, by the way, if you owe the stocks that you borrowed in an initial attempt to short the stock, that means you still have to pay that shit back, which means that these hedge funds either like go into bankruptcy or they have to buy them back at unbelievably high prices, which only makes the fucking Reddit people more money and they lose billions of dollars like instantly. Or they can continue to hold on and let the interest pile up, but eventually that shit gets due. And there are a lot of ways that you can no, I'm giving an incredibly like very simplistic analysis of this. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna yeah, look at this. Melvin Capital hedge fund targeted by Reddit board closes out of GameStop short position. They backed out. They're out. Look, CNBC could not confirm the amount of losses the firm took on the short position. Citadel and Point72 have infused close to Wait, is this fake news? This was wrong? They haven't backed out? They didn't officially report it? Oh no! They're still in. Oh shit. Is this fake news that they spread to try to drop the price? Oh shit! Wait, that actually makes this even more interesting. I don't know anything about the stock market. Hold on. I should have opened all this by saying that I'm a complete fucking layman. Well, I think I kind of did say that. Dude, they're pushing fake news to try to, oh shit. So right now it's basically like, it's like a game of chicken. It's like a game of chicken right now, where the people on Wall Street bets are incentivized to hold onto their stock for as long as possible to choke out everyone who was trying to short it, and the people who shorted the stocks are trying to do everything they can to get everybody else to sell so the price goes down. Damn. That's crazy. That's literally 1984. Yeah, apparently right now, they're attempting to do the same thing with AMC. You guys know AMC? Like the movie theater company? Movie theaters are dead right now because of COVID, but it looks like the exact same thing is happening. Why AMC stock rocketed more than 200% today. And it's the same basic thing. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know enough about the stock market to levy any particularly interesting insights, but I do know one thing, and it's that people are starting to sweat. There are already people who work on Wall Street and those who work for the government who are saying that this behavior means regulations need to start being imposed. And I have to say something, okay? And if there's any message we're going to take from this, it's this, okay? Listen, corporations have been fucking with the market nonstop with basically zero consequences for fucking decades, for over a century. They have just been relentlessly doing everything they can. They have been breaking the law, getting slaps on the wrist, fucking the economy. Once in a lifetime crashes keep happening every 10 fucking years. And then they get fucked over because some Redditors decide to collectively invest in a stock, and now they're sweating. The lesson to be taken from this is simple, okay? You can fuck with the system if you're a hedge fund. You can't if you're not. Now, I want to be clear about something, okay? If more regulations are put on the stock market as a part of as a product of this, I'm fine with that as long as those regulations also target hedge funds and the larger institutions that tend to fuck with the market, okay? If this is what it takes for regulation for the market to be implemented, fucking fine. But that's not what's going to happen, okay? There is literally zero fucking chance, absolutely none, of any kind of regulation being imposed that will in any way, shape, or form impede the ability for Wall Street types to make their money. What this is going to be And what this already is fear-mongering. They want you to trust the Wall Street investors. That's what they want. They want all you people out there who can barely afford to pay down your fucking medical debt to fall asleep every night safe and secure in the knowledge that the people who are fucking with our economy are experts. They're big billion-dollar hedge funds. They're experts, okay? They all went to fucking Yale Business School. They're not some regular people. They're not some regular Joe. They're experts, okay? But now, these people, the Wall Street Bets people, I guarantee you, are going to be treated like some sort of fucking internet terrorist cell. I guarantee you, some internet terrorist cell, like they're obliterating the market. They're destroying it. They're not doing anything that anybody else hasn't done. This isn't. We already had a term for this, the short squeeze. This is all stuff that's already been done before. It's been done worse. It's been done bigger. The only difference is it was done by big companies instead of by regular people. So I'm very interested in what the legal fallout for this is going to be. Maybe that's the way to get our Wall Street to be a little bit more regulated. We get decentralized efforts to fuck with them as much as possible. You see hedge funds trying to short a stock? Fuck it. Buy! Send that price to the moon. Hold it until they go bankrupt, okay? Fuck them. What are they doing for people? They're not... Now, again, this is not going to lead to any regulation of Big Wall Street. It's absolutely not. Any regulation that comes out of this is going to be on shit like apps. It's going to be like on the Robinhood app, like it limits how much you can invest or something like that. In fact, I actually wouldn't be surprised if people talk about regular citizens not being able to invest past a certain threshold unless they're willing to like sign up past like a business or they get a license to do so or something like that. I actually wouldn't be surprised. Like, what if we just dropped the pretense that Wall Street has anything to do with the well-being of the average person, and we just let it exclusively be a high-stakes gambling game done by the billionaires. Exclusively. This is very funny. It is very funny what this has happened. Now, I do want to be clear. Keep in mind, the price for GME, for GameStop's stock right now, is inflated. That is not its quote-unquote real price, if there is such a thing. That price is going to collapse eventually. The goal for Wall Street Bets is to make money off that collapse and to hurt hedge funds, which is, again, very funny. Now we need to keep it open to regular people because this is funny as hell. You think I don't want it to be open to regular people? I turned 1,000 into 15,000 with GME. Yeah, no. Yup. Since the start of this segment, I've made $156 in AMC. All right, people, please don't ever take this stream or any of the people chatting in the comment section of this stream or the live chat as financial advice, okay? Please do not. It is, yeah, be careful. Are you jumping on? Maybe. I don't fucking know. Just be careful with this stuff, okay? Please do. Don't ever invest money that you can't afford to lose, okay? Every cent you invest could be lost, okay? Never invest something unless you're willing to lose it. That's just good general advice for, well, it's pretty good for anything, I suppose. Yeah. So keep that in mind, if nothing else. But anyway, yeah, there are a ton of nuances and complexities to this that I'm probably missing. But the thing I'm really interested in is, here's the Pink Wug comic accurately describing the situation. Boss bad, boss bad, boss bad. And we have the fucking Zoomers. This is completely true, by the way. We are wow, really? Donations? It says the government needs to step in. Sinister forces are destroying rich people money. And this is completely true, by the way. This is the fucking narrative, okay? This is the narrative that we're going to be hearing. When our economy fucking implodes because of rich people fucking around with it, that's just how it works. It's a system, blah, blah. Very unfortunate. When regular people dip their balls into the Wall Street pudding, it is disruptive, and it is chaotic, and it is terrible, you know? Yeah, here. Like, this has attracted some pretty serious attention pretty quickly. Apparently, Biden's team is monitoring the situation. I realize I never thought GameStop would be the subject of like a federal scrutiny, but yeah. Not that Epstein, dipshits. Yeah. Salger posted on Wall Street Bets. Nice. This man on Fox News just said they should ban social media from talking about short stocks. Wait, hold on. I trust the word of anyone dressed like this, okay? Hold on. Wait. I didn't like the text, but I'm loving the drip, okay? How can I don't know. Maybe he's got a point. Yeah, the Cow King. Why would you ever dress like this for a fucking Fox News interview? Is this like a bit? His name is Man Cow? Okay, gotcha. Anyway, yeah. Now, this would be 1984. Unironically, by the way, this would be 1984. Can you imagine Twitter banning your account because you're pointing out market trends? Like, this is literally like, shh, only rich people, shh. He's a radio host in Illinois, Man Cow. He's a chud. Well, he's on Fox News, so it's probably not super progressive guy. What is this? Yeah, I'm with Redditors. When this is over and the battle is won, let's do something the fat cats in Wall Street would never do. Let's donate some of our earnings to a deserving charity. Almost nobody's going to do this. Wait, okay, let's not get into the fucking soy face Reddit shit too hard, okay? It's very easy to upvote posts about donating the proceeds of your shit to charity, okay? We'll see what the number actually turns out to be. If GME hits $500, I'm going to donate $1,000 from my small 14 shares to involve I'm in an organization helping people in the Minneapolis area. I'd encourage others. Yeah, it sounds good. I want to thank you guys for saving my best friend's life. Yeah, okay, so it's just feel-good stories. Wall Street Bets actually donates quite often. Yeah, it's actually a fact of the matter that like proportional to their income, poor people or like not super wealthy people donate a lot more, which is really nice. But yeah, anyway, we'll wait to see. Yeah. What else do we got? Saki on Biden's thoughts about GameStop stonks. All right. Last clip, then we're good. Last clip, then we're good. Get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in.
Oh, go ahead. Is the White House concerned about the stock market activity we're seeing around GameStop and now with some other stocks as well?
I can't believe that a subreddit has propelled this discourse to the fucking White House press core.
Including the subsidiary or whatever, the company that was Blockbuster. And have there been any conversations with the SEC about how to proceed?
Well, I'm also happy to repeat that we have the first female Treasury Secretary and a team that's surrounding her, and often questions about market we'll send to them. But our team is, of course, our economic team, including Secretary Yellen and others, are monitoring the situation. It's a good reminder, though, that the stock market isn't the only measure of the health of our economy. It doesn't reflect how working and middle-class families are doing. As you all know from covering this, we're in the midst of a K-shaped recovery. America's workers are struggling to make ends meet, which is why the president has introduced this urgent package to get immediate relief to families. All right, I'm going to go Nadia, and then we'll be...
Yeah, okay, so basically a non-answer. Yeah, I'd be shocked if any regulation came out of this. Is this something we should participate in for a direct action perspective? Look, don't, I'm not nearly stock market literate enough to be able to make, like, prescriptive judgments on this sort of thing. I'm only going to say this, like, please look into and be careful with regards to anything financial or investment oriented that you plan on doing. While this is incredibly funny to look at from a distance, there could end up being some pretty dire consequences, like down the line, whether it comes in the form of some sort of crackdown on like independent investment, or whether it's going to be like some sort of, oh, dude, like some sort of government involvement of some kind. It's always the possibility that happens, especially if they keep doing this shit. If they're doing it with AMC too, they keep bumping it up. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll have to see.